You're not here to be good. You're here to be real. You're here to become the man you were born to be. So welcome, brother. If you're watching this, it's because something in you has already begun to awaken. You felt it, this pull towards something greater, a sense that you're not just here to survive, to hustle, perform, but to live in full spectrum power and awareness. So if you want to create with precision, this video is for you. To move through life with presence, to embody the man that you only can imagine being right now. So if that's you, this is the invitation you've been looking for. Welcome to the Embodied Men Dojo. This isn't a course, this is not a community, it's a dojo. It's a place of spiritual and energetic practice for men who are done with pretending. They're done with posturing, they're done with trying to prove who they are. This is for men who are ready to train in their inner field, to shape their reality from clarity and not chaos, to embody their voice, their power, and their presence, and to manifest and create not from force, not from domination and force, but from alignment, frequency, and lucid intention. So in this dojo, we've trained these three core lines: embodiment, lucid creation, and sovereignty. How to be sovereign in this world with forces seeming to be working against us. Is it that we have to dominate them? No, this is really about learning how to work with our own self, how to align internally, first and foremost, heart, mind, soul, spirit. And then how to maintain this alignment long enough to actually see clearly, what is it we even want out of life? Most of us are just on this track. We're on this lifeline where, things are just seeming to pull us. We're going where we're going every day. It's the same sort of thing. But is this really what we're choosing? Are you choosing to feel how you feel right now and choosing the vision that you're working towards? Or how much of it has been given to you? Or how much has it just come out of a reaction to forces which are invisible, but certainly real? Forces set in motion long before you were even born. What would it be like to be able to learn how to tap into in a way that's real to you, in a way that you can feel and know directly? Tap into these forces to connect first and foremost with your own self through embodiment, through meditation, through connection, learning this skill and then developing it. And then from this space, you're then able to actually perceive these hidden forces that have been operating all along, but not within your awareness, not within your conscious connection or ability to work with. So what this process is about is you're going to change from being someone who is like a ship lost at sea with no oar and no rudder, just going with the flow wherever the current takes them. Or that same ship, but now it's filled with men who are frantic and they got their hands in the water, they're paddling, splashing about, trying to find the shore, but lost at sea and completely ill-equipped, up against forces that are continuously mounting against them. The harder they slap at the water, the more chaos, turmoil, and confusion they create. Or you are like the wise sailor who has set his rudder by the stars. And he knows the pattern, the movement of the forces which are beyond his capacity, but still can be known to him. And he learns to work with these forces. So instead of battling against the storm, being lost in confusion, or just letting the currents take you wherever they want, you can harmonize, align with, and with minimal effort and a smooth and enjoyable, pleasant, extraordinarily pleasant ride, you can get to the destination of your choice. So that's what this is really about. Leadership without performance, sovereignty, right? Clarity without controlling everything, and desire without distortion. What do I mean by that? Well, our desires oftentimes create distortions and confusion. And we have these things that we really want. Maybe you've wanted something for a long time. You've been trying to manifest or create it in your life or draw it to you or really just grind it out and work for it. But have you noticed how sometimes with certain things, it seems like the harder you try, the more distant they become? Okay, so this is about distorting. That desire has distorted your relationship to the very thing that you're trying to manifest. So these are the kind of things that you'll be understanding in the dojo and learning practical application of ways to apply these understandings. And I'll tell you what, when you see it, you can't unsee it. That is the beauty of it. The more you see it, then you feel it, and then you know it. And then you cannot violate it. So you begin to naturally work with these forces and learn how to use your intention to take you towards the goal with much greater enjoyment and ease, effortlessness, not becoming such a bear of an individual to all the people around you, not letting the little things that come up, they could be little. Sometimes they seem big, but I've been in some pretty very low places in my life. And when I look back comparatively, the life that I live now, really no matter what is going on in the surface, is orders of magnitude greater than that. And these are the perspectives that we lose sometimes. When we're working towards a goal, we're not seeing it coming back to us and returning in the way that we'd hoped. So we're reacting to what the world is showing us. Something's wrong. I got to try harder. Maybe I'm not good enough. Is this even my path? I know you guys know what I'm talking about. We've all been through this. The question is, do you just keep doing more of the same thing that wasn't working? You just double down on what was causing you to feel so, or do you try to use that feeling to drive yourself harder with like, you gotta just do this, don't be a, or do you let it crumble your spirit? Oh, God, it's so hard. I don't even know if I can do this. Or do you do what the master does, or what the master's disciples do, or what the people, the men who want to grow and strengthen do? They learn how to use these difficulties, and they make life their training partner. So what is a training partner? Training partner is someone who works with you, who gives you some difficulty. He gives you a certain amount of challenge, something to work with, some power, some force. But he's not there trying to kill you. But we need the training partner to give us some force, and we need to make it kind of real, right? Because if he's just like throwing a punch, okay, here you go, that's not real. There must be intent behind it. If there's no intention, there's no tendency to react. So you have nothing to overcome. So the same approach in life. When life throws us these curveballs, when you get that, wake up first thing in the morning and you see the email or you get the message in your text and you, oh God, not what I wanted to hear right now. How do you deal with it? The master deals with it and says, oh, thank you. Now I have something to work with. And you will learn how to do just this, energetically, internally, physically, with your physical being, with your emotions, with your mentations, the ruminations, the thoughts, both conscious and unconscious, and of course with the world at large and your relationships, in your business life, and in your everyday. Because I can tell you, difficult things are going to happen. Just because you've come onto the spiritual path, or you're now working to become more conscious or learn how to align with yourself, or meditation and things like that, don't think for a moment that challenges are going to stop. Challenges will continue to come up. Otherwise, why are you even training? If you don't think you're going to have to face a challenge of some kind, and this training is benefiting you to strengthen you so that when the challenge comes, well, that's not so hard. I can manage that. And so a lot of times, these challenges are not life-threatening. but internally we react to them as if they were. Now, if you've done any research on the amygdala, the prefrontal cortex, you know that going into fight or flight, survival mode, freezing, anything that jars you like this, and according to the latest research, I think 60 to 70% of Americans are in a continuous state of fight or flight. Like ongoing. You're not supposed to experience that at length. Fight or flight is supposed to be momentary. I mean, this is how we survived. The lion comes, you have to run. And then you get away, hopefully. Then you calm back down again. Okay. Because if you're not calm, you're not aware. You will not see the other potential threats or opportunities which are abundant all around you. So, if you're getting excited listening to this, then this is definitely something for you. Okay, so what you get inside the group, inside the dojo, you get daily training calls. Okay, daily training calls. These are morning calls. We start the day early. They're live. You can jump on and do some of the training, the embodiment work to get yourself ready and prepared. Next, there are multiple times throughout the week, we have sessions where we'll dive into a specific principle, and just for like 15 minutes, we're going to nail that principle and we're going to figure out how we're applying it to exactly what we're creating in our lives and who we're becoming. And this is ongoing. This is multiple times per week. You get to jump on the live, get feedback if you need to, but just get your mind correct and start to move that needle of how to be lucid, how to slip into lucidity while I'm moving through my day. If you ever had a lucid dream, you know what I'm talking about. Because at a certain point, you feel yourself to be dreaming. You feel yourself sliding into a dream. Or perhaps you've woken up in a dream. But if you ever had this experience where you slide into the dream consciously, it's similar to that. We don't realize that we're actually asleep. Most of us are asleep right now. Hopefully you're starting to wake up a little bit here and there. You have moments of clarity and lucidity. But how much of the day? They say 90% of your day is being run by subconscious programs that have been running for a long time. So this training, getting tapped in, gives you time and space to connect and to unplug simultaneously. There's also the Numinous Creation course that you get, which is very profound and deep, lengthy course where each day you're working on actualizing these principles within the context of the vision of the life that you are creating. And you'll learn how to do this in a way in which the process has to become enjoyable. It doesn't work if you're not enjoying yourself. So think about that. When I discovered this, I said, oh my God, I've checkmated myself. And my friend said, yeah, checkmate, you win. There's a Saturday morning also group call that's live where we just focus on our weekly calls. So sometimes you can't make it for the daily live sessions, that's fine, but we'll always be able to have a chance to meet live throughout the week. So you stay connected. You get access to a tool that I've created which is profoundly helpful at being your assistant and guide 24 hours a day. So this is a GPT that you can access that knows the plan, right? It's already been trained on the direction that we're going, the principles we're adhering to, all the wisdom that we're working towards embodying our own selves. And then so it's able to reflect back to us when we express to it where we're caught, where we're stuck, or what we're working towards. And it just simply acts as a mirror, a wise mirror, a clear mirror. And in this way, we get a chance to see, oh, now I understand why and where, and I'm tuning into it. And so this just is an added way to accelerate your process. I found that this process, this tool, just is able to shave off so much time. If you ever worked with AI, you know that's what it does. It allows you to do things much, much, much faster. And so it also, by proxy of that truth, it allows you to learn things much, much, much faster. And so just just know that you have 24 access to the tool that can help you to grow at an exponential rate. And think about what that can do for you. I had guys who are having trouble sleeping. I said, oh, well, that's fine. You wake up in the middle of the night, now you've got something to do that's going to accelerate your growth. Before you know it, before long, they're getting full good night's sleeps. And waking up to their alarm with excitement. That's funny. That's what my alarm says. Greet the world with excitement. I'm pretty excited right now. But one thing I do want to tell you is this is not for everyone, okay? This is for the man who has already tasted the shallows. He's ready for depths. He's ready to learn how to abide in the deep waters. For the man who's done reacting to life and is ready to intend what he wants. I don't want, I don't hope, I intend. That's the idea. Wanting and hoping, struggle, life is hard, no fun. What we're going to learn how to do is simply intend what it is that we want. Now, of course, we're going to have to take action. We're not avoiding anything. This is an internal shift in your approach that's going to allow you to connect with these forces so that you're not working against them or increasing the difficulty of your process. And it's going to be absolutely incredible at getting you to the experience of the goal that you want. And you're going to have it very, very, very soon. Once you learn the proper doorway and you learn how to walk through connecting to these forces and through not creating resistances and obstacles and magnifying those obstacles and maintaining your sovereignty in your mind and your emotions, it becomes a game. It's a game. You're going to love playing this game. Every single day you're going to wake up, another day. Yes, another day, another round. Let's see what we can do. And you're going to win. So if you've been waiting for a sign, I want you to know this is it. If you've been looking for your field, this is it. If you're ready to come home to your power, not as something to gain, right, but something to remember and release, this is it. Join the dojo, step into the field, become the lucid creator that you already are and were meant to be. So there's a link in the description. You can reach out and get started, and I hope to see you in the dojo. All right, until then, much love.